Provisions for correction.
How many are doctors?
Thank you, Mayor. Just one letter was submitted regarding item 9. It's submitted after posting amendment. It's being divided to
Providing reference to staff or other resources for factual information and direct staff to add an item at a subsequent event. So
the model of the dais, and each meeting opens with a prayer of God for guidance. God's counsel for making community decisions, best meeting the needs and goals of the
Allegation, just me bringing a concern, it's not just my son, but other children that were crossing town with you to us out. I brought the newspaper involved.
What else can I say? I say everything. I'm begging you again, please. We have a conversation this morning. You told me about you having kidney problems. You know what it is. She went her life, beginning of her life with the same issue, kidney problems, cancer, but she was a fighter. And to lose her life like this. I mean, like everybody else says, how many more lives? I told you in the morning, if it's money, if it is what, we can go door by door, collect $1 on each resident, Hesperia. I bet you they will gladly give more than $1. Now, you tell us what we need to do to press the state, every door that we need to knock. So no more lives will be wasted. And to me, it doesn't matter if he was a drunk, if he was a thief. Nobody deserved to die like this, because for things that could be prevented, really doesn't matter what kind of person he was. It's just, we have to look for the safety of everybody, our community. This gentleman, he said is protecting animals. My daughter was an animal lover. And when I tell you animal lover, she was one. And she valued life a lot. I'll let you talk.
We're just asking from all of you, your community is pleading you guys. We're here to back you guys up to get this resolved. A sign was taken off on my sister's side. It said number 4, how many more lives? How many, that's the question I ask of you guys. How many more lives have to be lost until you guys say this is enough? How many more? We gotta go to Sacramento. We will march with you guys to Sacramento. We will stay there every day, every night until it gets through their heads. This is where we live. You guys live here. You guys have kids you raised here. Take a little bit of in your heart. Think of it as your kid. You wouldn't want that, right? Neither of you would want to be going through what we're going through for something that could have been prevented, something that this community has been pleading for a very long time. Listen to us. This time, we will make sure our voices will be heard. We will not be quiet. We do things in a polite way, but we will be heard. I want you guys to know the community will back you guys up, but we need your guys' help. We need it. And I don't want you guys to listen now, feel sorry for us, and then go home and forget it. That's not what we're asking. We're asking to go through with it, follow through with it, because we will be following through with you guys. You guys will get so tired. Sacramento, to shake some boots in there, show it. And let them know we're coming, and we're coming with the fury. Because we're done. We're tired of this. We're tired of seeing so many families.
Ma'am, we have a time limit. Mistress, we have a time limit, Mom.
Daniel,
Well, we have a time limit. I'm just saying, boss. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excuse you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I understand that the aqueduct is state and that we need to have them do something so that something can be done. But there is stuff that the city can do. Put lights, put reflectors. At least show us that. Show us that respect and that acknowledgement that you guys are really hearing us. That do something that is in your power to do and do it fast. That's what we're asking. Thank you.
Plan basically lists all of the projects that are to be funded with Medline funds for the next 5 years. So the projects we have included.
We'll just let them, we'll let everybody. We'll take a 5-minute recess, okay, and we'll bring it back.
Stop. And we need to contact whoever is involved. See Hesperia, the people that direct and conduct the aqueduct, San Bernardino Police, because we also need divers here in Hesperia. We don't need them in San Bernardino, we don't need them in Fontana. There's a lot of things that we need to take care of. But the more important right now is have some protection right there, a rail, something.
Barrier.
Even the barriers that they use, or I don't know the name of them, but the ones they use on the freeways when they're doing construction, those are the cheapest
concrete
one we can get. Put them right there while the aqueduct people decide to do whatever they need to do. But we need to stop this. And go to San Bernardino, talk to the sheriff's department, whoever is in charge of the ambulance, of the fire department, the police department, because they do need to be with equipment on their cars for any emergency. My daughter could have been saved if they would have listened. Because when I got to the aqueduct, my neighbor was coming with me, and they told my neighbor that the car, you can still see the lights going down. My neighbor ran to the other side of the aqueduct, and he was ready to jump. The police standing there, they did not let him. Did he do anything? He's supposed to protect us and help us. No, he was just holding anybody that can help, into going in the water. My daughter couldn't be saved. She could be saved right there.
What do you say to the people that say that this was just an accident and we can't stop every accident? That she, however she lost control, like there's no way they could have
At this point, anybody can speculate how did it happen. We don't know how did it happen. My head has been going to trying to find, to try to see how did it happen. First of all, she was a very careful person. I don't understand how this happened. I don't.
You just want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Exactly. So we are here. They're gonna have city council's gonna be here. So we're here to get some results, and we're gonna be here. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I know things doesn't come done overnight, but whatever it takes. But like I told them this morning, use those rail blocks or whatever they call temporarily until a permanent solution is being taken.
My last question, what would your daughter say if she saw all of you guys here, all the people who loved her doing this and trying to bring change? What would she say?
Thank you, and I bet you she will be cheering with everybody, because that was the kind of girl that she was. She was gonna be a social worker. Why? Because due to her illness, she knew what she went through, and she wanted to comfort other kids, other people that they might going through the same thing, because you don't know the real fact, the real pain, the real thing, if you are not living it yourself. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is the way. She knew how much she went through all her life, so she want to give help, she want to comfort anybody. That's what, she was going to graduate
on December.
Well, now you're going to take up this and you're going to help people.
Yes, we sure are, all my family. And with the friend of this lady, this is Carlota, Christina's mother. So she is we're gonna try to do something.
Oh, we're gonna do something, all right.
We are. It's been 6 months after their daughter's accident, and how much improvement has been made that you are aware of?
None.
I don't see no big improvement.
None.
How hard was it for you to hear about this accident?
Oh, it was so hard. It was devastating. You know, this should have never happened. It should have not happened. You know, that's just the bottom line. The city or the state or whoever it is supposed to take care of that is not doing what they're supposed to do. And how many more lives like her daughter and mine are going to be lost? You know, it's ridiculous. There's no excuse. You know, so I'm angry.
Now they're throwing, okay, it's not it's not up to us to put a barrier right there. But it's up to the city of Hesperia put lightning on the aqueduct. They're telling us that they can't because it's also part of the California Aqueduct state. It's also the state. So we need to pressure the state. We need to pressure whoever we need to pressure to take care of it. Lightning, all the lights that they can put, and I don't know, more things on the concrete, so if a car goes in, they can, if they've fallen asleep or whatever might be the situation, they can, something, I don't know, is that my head right now spinning, trying to find an answer, trying to find why. But that my daughter's life could be saved, yes. A pedestrian saved one of her kids. And you're gonna tell me a police that is trained to kind of help an ex-Marine couldn't help? Yes, he could have. But they didn't, and this is what happened too.
I think we have another victim. My name's Kim Isom, and my daughter went into the aqueduct on March 7, 2010 on Baldy Mesa Road. She was one of the first victims, and I was told by San Bernardino County that these kind of accidents don't happen, and I have had to watch and relive this nightmare over and over again, and I am sick and tired of it. So us mothers are going to unite this time, and we're going to make the Department of Water do something about this. This is ridiculous.
Department of Water,
San Bernardino County,
San Bernardino County.
Somebody has to do something, especially here on Main Street. This is ridiculous.
This is a very busy street.
Yes.
Very busy.
And the guardrail failed for my daughter, and the only thing to prevent her from staying out of the water was the barbed wire fence. And the coroner told me that if my daughter, if the guardrail would have stopped her, she would have lived. She only had a broken nose. So tell me, live this nightmare. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let me make sure I get everybody's names. Can you say and spell your first and last name?
My name is Kim Isom. My last name is spelled I-S-O-M, and her name was Tawny, T-A-H-N-E-E, Marie, M-A-R-I-E, Whiting.
Let me make sure I get your first name as well.
Carlota Estrada.
Carlotta, C-A-R.
L-O-T-A.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Christina's
And the last
mother.
name, spell the last name.
E-S-T-R-A-D-A.
Okay, and one more time.
Patty, that's what I use. P-A-T-T-Y, Linares, L-I-N-A-R-E-S, and this is Xanthel, X-A-N-T-H-E-L, same last name, L-I-N-A-R-E-S. And since we're on the camera, I know you guys gonna broadcast this. Please, whoever is listening to this, come over, help us, so no more lives can be wasted. This beautiful life, her kid's life, daughter's life. I mean, we have to stop this, get together, and if we have to go and knock on each door for just a dollar, we will do so. So,
No, I think we covered it. We're just going to do what we have.
The biggest issue is that this isn't the only one. There's thousands of these, and it's $1 billion problem across the state of California. But you know what? Right is right, and we need to try to force the state to shore up these things where they can, especially where there's high traffic volumes like Main Street. Okay, some of the more rural ones, you know, there's not that much traffic, but these are high traffic areas and stuff. So we'll try to push the state to do what they can, and if nothing else, allow us to do it. Okay, but it is their property, and we just can't go in and put up barriers on state property.
Right.
I mean,
and I do know that when the family died at Mother's Day, that was, you know, basically within the city limits. You guys had the jurisdiction to go in there and put the media in, and that's still coming. How do you feel when you can do that, but it's out of your power to do this? How does it feel?
No, it's terrible because we want to do something. I mean, you know, this is our community. These are we're part of these people. You know, my grandkids go to school here. My kids live here. I live here. You know, my wife. This is our community. We're not outside people. We live here, and this is our community. So we want to do these things, and we want to do improvement. But it is just immensely frustrating when you can't do something because the state owns it, and the state is such a vast bureaucracy, and it has really no soul. Okay, they just look at dollars and cents, and they have no emotion with them. Okay, because they're not tied into this stuff. We're tied into this community, so it really breaks our heart, and we're trying to do what we can, and we will get something done. Okay. I need to get back in.
We'll meet again. We'll talk.
Introduce yourself and your position on the council.
Hi, Paul Russ. I'm the mayor for the city of Hesperia.
RUSS.
RUSS.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Rachel Molina, City of Hesperia.
Okay, we're at the city council meeting for tonight, and the accident happened Friday morning. That's not on the agenda, but what can you tell me about what's going on?
Tonight we're gathered for a regularly scheduled city council meeting. The meeting agenda was posted prior to this incident happening, so this is not an agendized item on the city council meeting this evening. However, anyone is welcome to attend the meeting and give public comment. At the beginning of the meeting, we do anticipate that the city will make a statement regarding the investigation in this incident. However, because it's not an item on the agenda, no action will be taken with respect to this incident or any possible remedies.
Okay, is that road, that aqueduct bridge, is that a city of Hesperia issue or a state of California issue, ultimately?
The aqueduct is part of the state water project. So the property along that area belongs to the state primarily. The guardrails at the location are set in place according to state standards. And while the city does maintain responsibility for maintenance on top of the bridge deck, the state does have jurisdiction over the aqueduct, and they have ownership rights for the property in that vicinity.
So once you come to a point of making a decision, that decision has to be verified or approved by the state, or is that something you can do by yourself?
Well, potentially. If we consider some type of solution in the area or an option that impacts state property, it has to be done in concert with the state.
Okay, and the accident in March and this accident, has this been an ongoing conversation with the city council or the public works department? In this area?
The city's engineering division is considering options. However, the existing structure and guardrails are in line with state standards. So it's already, it already is in compliance with state standards. And that was reconfirmed after the March incident.
Okay, anything else generically that you can add this evening before the meeting?
I have nothing to add.
Okay, your name?
Rachel Molina.
And spell the last name for me.
Molina.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just think of off the top of my head. It's not something that's just going to happen overnight. This is like a serious issue that we need to discuss. Right. We need to have a meeting so we can, bring these issues up. There's no other way to get it done. I mean, it would be unfair for me to sit there and say, I have the answer and say, blah, blah, blah. This is what should be done, because that's just not right. That's not what needs to be done. What needs to be done, we need to have a meeting, discuss the options, and figure out what we need to do. Right. And present that idea to the council as our recommendation.
Could I just ask you to introduce yourself and your city position, or your who you are?
My name is Christopher Dustin. I'm a resident of the beautiful city of Hesperia, and I sit on the Public Safety Committee.
Okay, spell the name for me.
CHRISTOPHERDUSTIN.
Okay. And could you, again, repeat what you said inside in just a few seconds? What's your concern that you're expressing to the City Council today?
My big concern is that I feel like we need to have meetings as far as the Public Safety Committee, because we apparently only have the meeting in January and as needed. So we haven't had a meeting yet since I've been appointed. I've been appointed since February. So I think it's important that we have a meeting so we can discuss these kind of issues and figure out solutions. And and I hear this whole thing about it's the county's responsibility or it's a state item or whatever, but to me that's not the issue. To me, it's our city. It's in here. It's right here in the city of Hesperia, so it's important to me. And so that's the reason why that obviously I sit on the committee, so I want to be able to address those issues, and the only way I'm going to be able to address them is if we have a meeting.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.